Hello my friends, welcome back to Shining Brighter. I'm Nick, and if you like my content, please take a moment to comment, like, subscribe, help my channel to grow so I can reach out and help as many people as possible. And today, the video topic is learning to enjoy life. And I wasn't planning on making a video today. I'm just out walking at one of my favorite places, and it's such a nice peaceful day out. And it just kind of came to me, so here we are. So I've talked a little bit about how I grew up throughout my videos, always believing for some reason that I needed to be good and stay out of trouble and do the right thing. And a lot of that had to do with me wanting to become a police officer. I knew from a very young age that that was one of the things that I wanted to do. And it paid off. I had 23 years as police officer, and I took the role very seriously, especially the part about holding myself to the higher standard that police officers are supposed to. That's how we're trained, that's what we're told. And unfortunately, a lot of times due to politics and all the other nonsense that goes on within the departments, it can be easy to lose sight of that, or it could be slipping, or some people just let it go altogether because that's not the environment that they're in, and it's not what's being fostered. In my case, at least as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I can tell, I maintained that standard to a very high degree. And, it wasn't just at work, it carried over into my personal life. So also being a Capricorn, we are very serious, and, when we're younger, we're old, and as we age, we get younger and we start to loosen up, take the stick out of our butts, and we start to have fun. And that's where I am now. A lot of that had to do with healing. It had to do with growth. It had to do with looking at, the issues that I had, the lack of self-respect, not knowing my worth and my value, and just my whole outlook on life, how I went about things. And, I don't regret it at all. Because at my core, that's who I am as a person. That's who I want to be. I want to be a good person. I want to help people. I want to hold myself to a higher standard. It's just because of what I believe in. I'm not telling anybody that they have to have the same standards or values or anything like that. Everybody's got to choose their own path. Everybody's got to do their own thing. Everybody has to be their own person. And that's the great thing about this world. You have the choice of who you want to be, how you want to act, and how you want to treat others. Ideally, I think most people want to be good people and they want to be good to others, but life circumstances, family dynamics, work politics, all these things come into play, and they all affect how each of us is kind of shaped and formed and molded and what we become. Now, some people are able to block out the noise and be who they are authentically from start to finish, but not everybody has that ability. And also, some people have far darker circumstances in life than others. So there's no right or wrong. There's no blame. There's no guilt. Really what it comes down to is what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want out of life. So, all I wish for everybody is positivity, healing, happiness, growth, to be surrounded by people who have your best interest in mind and want to see you succeed. And the same, you need to want those things for the people around you, because everything has to be reciprocal, as it should be. But you know, I went through all that in my own path through life, and I was a designated driver in high school. I didn't drink. I never tried drugs. You know, I didn't party. It just wasn't who I was. Still not. But now that I'm no longer an active police officer, and I'm not under the microscope anymore, because believe me, regardless of what you think, police officers especially are always under a microscope every day. People, you know, trying to film every interaction they see or have, and unfortunately many times only posting the parts of the video that make the officer or officers look bad, which, you know, don't get me wrong, there are bad officers. Nobody hates a bad officer more than a good officer. But on the flip side, there's also many good police officers doing the right thing that are framed wrong because somebody had a phone and chose to only show certain parts of an interaction. But the reason I bring that up is because I don't live in that world anymore, nor do I want to. 23 years was fine. I'm good. And I still believe that it's a very noble line of work, and it takes a certain kind of person to do the job right. But like I said, I'm done with that world. I'm in a new world now. And the world I'm in, all I want is peace, love, happiness, health, fun, and I'm going to be surrounded by good people. So I'm finally learning to enjoy my life. You know, I have still need a surgery, no big deal. Deal with it when I get there. My health's improving. Life's improving overall. And I can physically and emotionally and mentally feel myself starting to lighten up. And that's a good thing. Now, I'm not telling you I'm going to go and get drunk every night or get high or, you know, whatever. That's still not me. But I am going to enjoy my life and have fun and lighten up in my way, because I had to be serious and responsible for so long. You know, everybody's soul needs something different at different times. And right now, at this time in my life, my soul needs to have fun and enjoy itself. And that's what I intend to do. So everybody gets there at their own pace. Some people start there and, you know, maybe it's lopsided. They stay on that side and they never get serious about anything. And while that can be great for stress to a point, it can also backfire in the long run, because unfortunately in this world there are times you have to be serious, but it doesn't mean you have to forget how to have fun. Others, like myself, we start off serious and we're stuck in that way for a long time, again because of whatever external factors, or just, you know, natural personality traits that we have. And it really comes down to, you know, doing our shadow work and learning that it's okay to lighten up and have fun. So I'm looking forward to doing things like, you know, enjoying all summer long, getting out into the sun and the air, going on trips, visiting places I've never been, hitting concerts. And not that I haven't done these things, but, you know, I haven't done enough of it as far as I'm concerned. I do love, you know, there is a part of me that's a homebody, and I'm fine with that. But I'm missing out on too many experiences that I know I want to have. And we never know how much time we have to get out and do these things. So this year, it's really kind of kicking in hard that that's what I want to do. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. You know, I have some good people in my life. I'm very fortunate in people that I can go and have these, you know, fun trips and concerts and, you know, whatever that we're going to do. And I'm excited for it. So the point of today's video is this. Don't let your life get so serious and so busy and so wrapped up around the day-to-day and the what ifs and maybes and how comes. You got to make time to have fun. You got to let your soul enjoy itself, because we're not meant to be here just to be, you know, part of the rat race and work ourselves into the ground and not enjoy it. There's just too many amazing things in this world to enjoy. And it's not going to happen for you unless you make it happen. And that's the beautiful part. That's up to you. You get to do it. So that's all I got for today. Just a quicker video than my usuals. And as always, guys, know your value, know your worth, respect yourselves. I see you all for who you really are, and I love you all for it. So get out, have fun, enjoy a beautiful day, and yeah, laugh, live, and love. I'll talk to you guys.